Blessed Lord, brothers and sisters, it's not a Shabbat lesson, and it's an impromptu video. I'm going to title it As It Was in the Days of Noah, brothers and sisters. You see, this video proceeding, right? You're going to see some things that is going to, bring this disturbance to your mind. But the scriptures talk about these things, brothers and sisters, right? Nephilim, giants, fallen angels, and the likes, brothers and sisters. You got to understand the spiritual world is real, brothers and sisters. And as you watch this video, you will see clearly that the Most High is allowing things, He revealing things to you to show you that these things are real. You see, brothers and sisters. So do not play with your soul. Do not play with your soul, brothers and sisters. You understand? The time is now where you must come back to Yahusha, brothers and sisters. So-called black people, whether we are scattered to the four corners of the earth. We must forsake wickedness and all unrighteousness and come back to these laws, commandments, and statutes, because the judgment is set, brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? The spiritual world is real. Likewise, the physical world that you live in is real. You see it every day. You could touch, you could feel it. You understand? The other day at the Miami Mall, you see Revelation, right? I show you that in my videos. Go back and look at it, brothers and sisters, right? You see the revelation, and in this video you see the revelation again. So the Most High is moving the veil, right? He's moving the veil, brothers and sisters. Like what's the word? Like a scale. He's moving the scale from your eyes now, so you could see the spiritual realm, the spiritual world in the natural. And even when you see it in the natural, people still would not believe, because that's the spirit the Most High sent over certain of us, of our people. The strong delusion that causes to believe a lie for the truth, because you rejected truth from the beginning. So the Most High reveal these creatures before you, but you convince yourself that it's not real. That's a strong delusion, because you reject the truth. Reject what the scripture says, that these things will happen. You know what I mean? These are the last days, brothers. There's some things going to be revealed to you that's going to blow the mind. But for the spiritual person, right, for the spiritual person who's walking in the spirit and the guidance of Ruach HaKodesh in Yahusha's name, we already know when we see these things, we already know that, yes, the scriptures talk about these things. Yes, Yahusha said these things will happen. Yes, the time is nigh. Yes, the Mashiach is on his way for us, brothers and sisters. Et Israel. That is why the scripture said, Israel, prepare to meet thy Elohim. Gentiles prepare for war. Gentile is warring right now, brothers and sisters. Don't you see that? Don't you see the Gentile is warring right now, brothers and sisters? So what next? You stiff-necked Israel, descendant of Hebrew slaves, you prepare to meet your Elohim, and the preparation you're going to meet the Elohim in is not no kumbaya, and is not no lobby-dobby or huggy-huggy. It's judgment. You see, it's terrifying judgment, brothers and sisters. Terrifying judgment. The Most High is not to be played with. But for us, those who are walking in the light and the righteousness of Yahusha, you understand, and we are and keeping the commandments, you will saved. You will be saved. The Most High going to see you, Yahusha going to see you and say, well done, good and faithful servant. Come sit on the right side of my hand. And then you will see the ghost on the left side. Wolf in sheep clothing, vagabond Jews, wicked pastors and priests, and deacons and laymen out there. You understand? Turn from your wicked ways, brothers and sisters. Turn from your wicked ways. Yahusha is at hand. Yahusha is at hand. Yahusha is at hand. The scripture says it's better to obey than the sacrifice, right? It's better to obey than the sacrifice. Well, many of our people, still in Israel, even within your own personal families, they rather sacrifice than obey. How sad that is, brothers and sisters. It's better to obey than to sacrifice, right? You see, the fear of Yahuwah is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding of all that do his commandment. His praise endured forever, brothers and sisters. Hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahuwah and what? Keep his commandments. You see, on that note, blessed love, shalom, watch this video, brothers and sisters. This is no playing thing. These things are real and it's serious. Alright? Shalom.
Some kind of flying creature keeps banging on her back porch door. An Oklahoma City woman and her husband keeping them up at night.
Next, the close encounter between a private plane, an astonished passenger on the plane capturing the sight on camera.
So potentially this creature is something that's extinct that we just don't know about yet.
The old expression of the sky's the limit stands unchallenged. That is, until the appearance of unexplained entities making themselves known within the sky. Here are some of the most mythical beings that were actually seen making an appearance in the sky. The fact that it made an angel-like appearance by flying past the sun and having a glowing nature does not necessarily mean it could be one, as it could also be some giant tooth fairy. A Vatican City passerby noticed a human-like figure that was gliding through the cloudy, partly sunny sky peacefully, which left him appalled. Since the city is the spiritual and administrative center of the Roman Catholic Church, he was convinced that this definitely could be an actual sighting of an angel. However, some viewers also shared that it could also be a fairy tale. Footage of a massive, unidentified object traversing the sky, prompting speculation of a potential alien spacecraft sighting. The resident, while spending time with his daughter, managed to document the event as the mysterious object flew past buildings, circling around the city. Following the sighting, extensive studies and investigations were initiated, spurred by the event's sudden emergence and difficulty in tracking. Glasgow figure. A tourist couple exploring Berry Hill in Glasgow, Scotland, stumbled upon an unusual sight, a flying humanoid several miles away. Intrigued, the young woman and her boyfriend decided to capture the spectacle on film, initially mistaking it for a weather balloon. Due to its peculiar shape, they soon realized it didn't resemble any they'd seen before. As it drew nearer, they observed through binoculars what appeared to be a humanoid figure with distinct features, such as a head, arms, and legs. The sighting sparked speculation, with some pondering whether it could be a UFO, while others wondered if it might symbolize something more profound, such as the return of Christ. Fairy in the sky. This could have been anything from a tooth fairy to one that could haunt your dreams. In January 2023, a Portuguese man noticed a fast-moving fairy that appeared from within the clouds and was jumping around from one cloud to another. Fairies in clouds are mythical beings believed to dwell within the billowy expanses of the sky. Legends suggest they sculpt cloud formations, bestowing them with magical shapes and hues. Associated with dreams and whimsy, these ethereal creatures captivate imaginations, inspiring tales of wonder and enchantment. However, the recorder believed that this was an actual real-life occurrence of a fairy. Playing angels? It's not just the appearance of the angels that's hard to fathom here, but also the heavenly view created by the sun and the clouds surrounding it. In Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, sightseers captured a startling moment on camera in June 2015, revealing two angels or humanoid figures flying in the sky, while confronting each other at the same time, almost as if they were playing. These figures maneuvered through the sky for a brief period before abruptly vanishing. Considering previous instances of positive divine signs or intervention shared by others, These occurrences appear increasingly credible. Guardian angels. If you ever thought about what guardian angels look like in their most literal form, this has to be it. A university student in Italy was left mesmerized when he noticed two angels that looked to be glowing, descending from the sky, flying around by the university building for a couple of seconds, before they vanished abruptly. Judging by the glowing white texture of these entities, it almost makes it certain that this very well were some kind of guardian angels. Prehistoric pterosaurs seen. Seems like not all of the dinosaurs may have gone extinct. In September 2015, an incredible event unfolded in Boise, Idaho, as an unidentified flying creature resembling a pterosaur was spotted. This ancient species, believed to have vanished millions of years ago, stirred imaginations about its potential survival. Theories ranged from hibernation to hidden habitats. Despite the breathtaking sighting, the absence of solid scientific proof leaves the existence of living pterosaurs in doubt. Possible dragon. Seems like a lot more comes out during the rain and thunderstorms than you could bargain for. In July 2021, a pedestrian who was walking past the Scottish castle wasn't just caught in surprise by the sudden change of the weather, but also by a huge flying creature that very well matches the description of a dragon. It makes its appearance visible by jumping off an elevated platform and flying at a shallow altitude, while its growling sound could be heard while it flew away. With the rain being intense, the signature of its breathing fire would leave no trail of evidence justifying the existence. Rainstorm tripod. If you've seen the good old movie War of the Worlds, you'd have a good idea of what's following next. In March of 2022, Chinese locals in Shenzhen experienced an uncanny encounter with what's now called an alien tripod that appeared in the middle of the city, seconds after a powerful thunder during a rainstorm. With poor visibility, it was hard to get a better look at it. However, the tripod was later reported to have vanished just as quickly as it appeared, without displaying any signs of its sinister intentions. Winged humanoid. A possible explanation of this magical figure being an angel might initially occur to you until you notice it to have a dark kind of unfriendly vibe. In March 2020, pedestrians in Phoenix, Arizona noticed this aerial humanoid around 5 p.m. that was hundreds, if not thousands of feet above the ground. This dark figure appeared moving slowly from northeast to southwest. Despite the use of binoculars, they were not able to clearly make out this odd-looking entity. No noise could be heard, moving under clouds about a mile up, with it visible despite being far up in the sky. This object was definitely far bigger than anyone would expect. Descending alien. This clearly would leave you speechless no matter how many times you may look at it. Drivers and bystanders noticed this very intimidating-looking alien-like being that was descending from high up in the sky towards the street. This alienoid was spotted after it was repeatedly losing altitude until it was several meters away from the ground. Despite the footage being old and unclear, it could be seen having a very distinctive look, having bat-like wings and a rodent-type tail and hind legs.